In this video, we are going to learn about the methods of calculating national income and circular flow of income in a two-sector economy. First of all, let us try to know what is national income. National income, the word comprises of two words, income and nation. Income is nothing but money value that you are receiving for final goods and services that you provide. And nation, all the residents. Nation means it includes all the residents in the domestic territory or outside. Okay, so national income is the money value of all the final goods and services produced by all the residents of an economy in the domestic territory or outside. Under this method, we are going to take a model of a simple economy where there are only two sectors, firm and household. There are some firms and there are some households. We have assumed that there is no government, there is no external trade, and there are no savings. Okay, now first thing that we need to know is that the households, they provide the firms with factor services. Factor services. Now, what are those factor services? Land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Okay. Households, they provide the factor services to the firm. In return, the firms give factor payment to the households. In the form of what? For land, the remuneration that is given is rent. Laborers, they get wages or salaries. For capital, you have to pay interest. The firms pay interest, and entrepreneur, he gets the profit. Okay, so households, they give factor services, and in return they get the factor payments. Now the firms, they take these factor services from the households, and with the help of these factor services, these firms, they produce goods and services. Okay, the firms produce goods and services. And now, since we have assumed that there is no saving, there is no financial institute, there is no government, there are no external trades, that means the only way in which the household can dispose of their income is by spending their income on the goods and services. So with all of the income of households, what do? They purchase the goods and services manufactured by firm. So let us assume that the firms, they produce goods and services worth rupees 10,000. Let us name it A. And the households, they purchase all the goods and services from the firm. Now, since the household is purchasing all the goods and services from the firms, the spending is also going to be 10,000. This is B. The goods and services are of 10,000, so they are going to spend 10,000 in purchasing these goods and services. Now this 10,000 again is the revenue of this firm. With the help of this revenue that the firm is earning, firm is going to make payments to the household. The factor payment, the rent, wages, interest and profit. This rent, wages, interest and profit is going to be household's income. Okay, so the income of household is again 10,000. Okay, why? Because the firm is earning 10,000 and it has to distribute all of its profit in the form of this factor payment, which is going to be an income from the household. So if we measure point A, that is going to be the total value of goods and services produced by the firm in an economy. This is going to be our value added method, where we measure the final value of goods and services. If we measure the point C, we will measure the income of the household by adding rent, wages, interest and profit. This will be our income method. Okay, and if we measure how much are the household spending on the goods and services, this is going to be our expenditure expenditure method. Now you see with the help of this diagram, whether you calculate the GDP by value added method, or you calculate it by income method, or you calculate it by expenditure method, the value of GDP will always remain the same by all the methods. Okay, so this is circular flow of income in a two-sector economy.